Hello there, Green Knight speaking. Welcome back. Another scenario today, another winter scenario. It suits the season pretty well. I think it's December 26th and there is a lot of snow outside, so pretty fitting. I was going to say that this is the last scenario that I haven't played, but then I suddenly discovered that they have released another scenario for America for the Axis Operation 1946 DLC. So I guess this is the second to last scenario. So, yeah, now I realize that we need to press restart because I actually skipped through the briefing. That's a great start, but we can wait a few seconds. Okay, Meridian. It's late. It's November 42. And it's British versus Soviet, and you get to play the British because they have sucky equipment. Okay. This is you start with 5,000, which you have. You do not have enough prestige to fill all the slots. I had a playthrough before this one, just to see what this was all about, and you don't have an. You have too many slots to fill with 5,000 prestige, but you can fill it relatively early on. 400 per turn, that's enough for reinforcement, including a good portion of elite reinforcement, which is good because units you buy start with several stars. So yeah, it preserves their quality. You don't have to use elite replacement on everything all the time, but you can at the very least use it on your key units. Enemy has 0 starting prestige, but that doesn't matter because it spawns waves like you're used to from Axis Operation. So there will be tons of enemy reinforcement. So this is just doesn't really tell you anything. And low, for the most part, the AI will have enough prestige to repair its units. I mean, if you damage multiple units over multiple consecutive turns, then maybe it for a short while will not have enough for everyone. But most of the time that's low, since it doesn't buy any new units, that's enough for repairs or replacements. And our difficulty hard, yeah, I guess. There's a lot going on and you sort of have to have a plan. So it's definitely easy to get bogged down and overrun if you're not focused. But it's definitely doable. The previous scenario, the end of the bulge, said the scenario was challenging. I'm not sure what the difference is. Challenging a little less difficult than hard. I kind of found that one more challenging than this one, but I guess both represent a challenge in a way that Voronezh really didn't, although I almost ran out of time because I played rather cautiously. But anyway, you have some auxiliaries here. So they don't take up slots, but if you lose them, you gain nothing. Your reinforcements come here, and you get the turn 0, actually. And there are a total of 5 of these spawn zones. You're also familiar with those from Axis operations. Yeah, so they will spawn from 5 zones. And you start with a tiger, and you can recruit 3 additional German units. I'm gonna spoil it for you, so shut your ears if you don't want to. It's a Panther, a Stug 3, and a Panzer 3L or M, I don't remember. One with a long 50. It's pretty good, and it's 15 strength, but it's not. It's better than not having it, but it's not a key unit, I would say. So it's mostly clear, but it will snow about a little over 1/5 of the time, enough to sort of disrupt your air operations. Okay, so let's look at objectives here. Take and hold all victory hexes. So you start with 3, this one and this one and this one, and there are 9 more scattered, 2 down here, 2 here, 1 in the hub here, 2 in the plains, they are mined, and finally this one that's pretty inaccessible. There are quite a few units starting on the table, so stuff will happen immediately from turn 1. Well, maybe not from turn, from turn 1 actually. And once the pre-deployed units are sort of done their thing, the spawns will happen, and they will, if they happen more and more frequently, up until turn 30-ish, and there are 40 turns. So for the last 10 turns, there are no new reinforcement, but there's probably plenty of enemy units on the table. But it's interesting. It's an interesting thing to have in mind because it's take and hold, so you don't have to grab the silver mine until the very end. So you can sort of use the terrain and the layout of the map to your advantage, crush the enemy while fighting mostly defensively, and then you can go for a final push for these last victory hexes. You don't have to push forward into the fields at the same time as you're going for the silver mine around turn 25, then you might get overwhelmed as enemy reinforcement also hit you from the north and the south. So that's worth keeping in mind. So there is one zone up here that will definitely be able to flank you, and this one can also flank you, but this one is very different because there's a lot of frozen swamps, but also this major river, but nothing of the sort here. They can quickly get to your victory hexes. And then there is 1, 2, 3 zones here. The important part is that spawns happen randomly. So since there are 5 zones, about 1/5, if on average, should go to each zone, but there are 3 zones along the right edge, so 3/5, that is 60%, will land along the right side here and will come at you from this predictable direction, while 2/5 or 40% will be divided between the top and the bottom here, and they will flank your units. Another interesting thing to bear in mind is that the spawn zones are set up so that if you occupy both Vine and Revi, each wave will sort of split in half. Maybe a slight overweight going to the left, but the wave will definitely split because it goes for the closer objective hex. And the same is the case here. So as long as you hold both victory hexes, the enemy will divide his attention. But if you only hold one, it will send an entire wave for that objective. And the zones along the side there, for the most part, will come down along these roads, but it is possible for some units to come this way down this minor road, and there is even a gap in the heavy forest there. And of course, light infantry without vehicles can pass through thenceforth. Also plenty of mines scattered around the table. They are mostly an obstacle for you, but they can also be used to block enemy progress. Not preventing him from moving through, but as long as you have zone of control on something. On a mine, he can't sort of move through his own minefield when it's also in your zone of control. So if I put a single unit here and there is a minefield to the left, then a unit that's on this bridge can never move past that. So that's can create some very efficient bottlenecks. Annoyingly, this is Soviet controlled from the start, not sure why, but it will allow him to spot you. The starting weather is, this is for the deployment turn, this is for turn 1, and for some reason forecasts are always 100% accurate. That's in the scenario description or scenario settings. Yeah. More spoilers, those 3 special units. The first one shouldn't come as a big surprise. It has a German flag, so if you move a unit here, Stug 3 spawns here. And you don't have a lot of good anti-tank units, so that's pretty valuable, I would say. Even more valuable or equally valuable is a Panzer tank that you can get by taking this village. And you only have 1 chance of getting this place without a major fight. So you can get it very early in the game if you immediately march this infantry to this town. But you have to do it in a special way or you will be just too late and the Soviets will occupy the area with multiple units and you cannot get to it. Your other units are decent. You have some regular infantry, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is a heavy, but it has an interesting hero combination. +2 initiative and speed and ignore zone of control. So that can zip through these heavy forested areas pretty effectively. And you have an engineer back here. And these are all strength 17 and have 3 stars. So that's very valuable if you can keep those stars on them with fancy replacements. That can actually be quite worthwhile. Definitely I would for the engineer and maybe definitely for this heavy infantry. Tanks, yeah, if you have an anti-tank gun here, it's pretty good, 20 attack and it's over strength, so it hits pretty hard. This bishop artillery piece, it's not super strong. It's decent against infantry, but it has double attack and double support, so because of that it hits pretty hard, but it only has 4 ammunition, so if you shoot a double shot it only will defend once. That's worth keeping in mind. This is a 4.5 inch, basically the British version of the 10.5 centimeter. It has artillery support and well, similar characteristics, I would say. I think the attack rating is maybe 4.5 inch. Yeah, that's about the same caliber. Tanks. This one is your best tank because it has an insane hero that gives it's the Churchill, so it's normally just speed 4, but with Captain Evans it has +1 initiative. That's okay, but it has speed 7, and Tank Killer brings its hard attack up to 21 against tanks. Ignores entrenchment, mostly irrelevant. Yes, there is a lot of close terrain here, but do you really want your tank attacking into close terrain? Not really. It only has 12 soft attack anyway. Might do it occasionally, but for the most part it's pointless. So Bishop. This one is a Crusader, so it's reasonably fast at 5 for a British tank, but stats are okay, but defense is very low compared to Soviet tanks that you definitely don't want to be shot at. Matilda 2 used to be great except the speed, but in late 42, 18 hard ground defense, nah, it's not great. And attack rating is really sucky. The Tiger is of course your best tank. It has lightning attack. That won't come into play very often, but occasionally you might want to attack into something defended by an anti-tank gun, and yeah. That's strength 11. These other guys are strength 12, so it's worthwhile. Yeah. This is a mine clearing tank, and it has the same overrun as always, so you can basically overrun multiple minefields in a turn. That alone makes it valuable. It's as slow as the Matilda too, and it has comparable. That's actually better soft attack, but mostly they are the same. So the Matilda and this Scorpion, they are about the same utility, I would say. If you have those two guys backed up by the Stug or some other good anti-tank, they can actually sort of make an effective stopper for Russian armor or Soviet armor. This one, not so much. 15 is too low, so this is better move used against infantry or keep it mobile. So, starting units. For my initial attack, I want to grab this city because I really don't want reinforcement to start spawning here and going all over the map. But keep in mind that these reinforcements, they seek out victory hexes that you control. So if you take Vine, then they will start sending reinforcement there. If you do not take it, if you, for example, only take Meridian City and Wing City, then you can just hold the river line. They won't randomly wander into this hinterland here. Okay? That can be a point. But I would rather take this one and this one and this one and start sort of control these and dealing with waves as they come. I don't want them to sort of accumulate too much. This area I cannot really afford to defend heavily all the time. Instead, you must use these rail lines. You have 4 trains and a good rail network. There are some mines that need clearing away to make it fully connected. But most places can be accessed by rail. The exception is Vine, but you have a rail hub here and a minor road here, or is it a path? I never remember. It's a dirt road, okay, but it's better than Toad Ball. Okay, that's weird. I don't think that's true. Toad artillery. Never really thought about that. Okay. But Meridian City, and just take basically once you control Meridian and the hub, it's very difficult for the AI to do anything about you. Then you can reposition and deal with these waves, and after the peak of reinforcements, the last 10 turns, you can just clean up the map. Units! There are a lot to choose from, but in this scenario, your infantry will be fighting in close terrain. And the enemy will be pretty aggressive, so you expect to see tanks go into close terrain. And basically, these guys, with their 8 close defense, they are hands down the best. You can experiment with these others, but yeah, I'll leave that to you. This Vickers tank is actually fun because it's very fast, speed 6. That's rapid fire times 1.5, so for a measly couple of slots you could really get some soft attack going. But I think I will use recons instead. They can do mostly the same, but have recon move, so sorry Vickers. The only useful tank I think is the Churchill. Yeah, it's 5 slots, but if you compare these two, the Sherman and the Churchill, yeah, it has less soft attack, so what? It's slower, yeah, also so what, but the difference in ground defense 6 is it's so huge, it's so huge. And I will take the cheapest one because that's the one with rapid fire, so it's overstrengthened to 11. I don't think this is a good idea. Neither this nor this. It seems good on paper, but why not, if you really want towed anti-tank, why not take this one? I think it has 28, or is it 24? No, I think it's 28. Okay, it's the very high 20s, so it will crush anything when it's in anti-tank mode. So this is 3. For 3, you could have a strength 13, 20. No, it would do less damage. Much better to just have more of these, but we will take 3. Mostly along the same vein. We will focus on this 6-inch because it has that magical artillery and anti-tank support. 4 slots, it's not too bad. This one only has anti-tank and it has counter battery and it has range 4, but I don't find that as useful. I'm not saying it's not useful at all, but I find this one more useful. I mean, you could do this and 2 of this, or I can just do 3 of this. But I think, well, why did I take the Orlicon? That was very wrong. I was on that. There we are. Okay, that leaves me 20 slots, and I have used up almost all my prestige. So the last 20 slots is for my Air Force, which I don't really need to deploy back here. Anyway, I can deploy them to some forward airfields as we go. So since these are not super fast, I will set them up quickly here. Engineers don't like to get attacked in the open, of course, so maybe try to avoid that. There. This group will go forward here, this group will go down here. This group will take the train. They will head up here. Sunny during deployment, but actually snowy during the first turn. About 1/5, a little more than 1/5 chance of that. It's a mixed blessing. You can see here they have an anti-tank gun here and guards and a regular infantry, and you can be sure there is an artillery piece here as well. But that's okay, because once it starts snowing, this one can't see me, and I can clear as many mines as I want. But do remember that during snow time, so it turns accuracy is reduced, so my units will do less damage than they otherwise would. So it's a bit of a pro and a con. I can more easily clear the mines, but I will do less damage to the guys in the city. Okay. Yeah, let's start this ball, and then I will need to take a break and make some food. You have some unused slots. I can't do anything about that. So I already have some prestige, and I will immediately go for the Spitfires. That's 400. 10 slots, that's a lot, but it's like the Focke-Wulf 190. It's a huge step up from this smaller guy, and just yeah, it's not great against ground targets, but it's decent against soft targets. Now, as you can see, there are no objective hexes that are also no airfields that are supply access. You can't actually get rid of them, sort of having them shot down. My next 2 units are going to be the Hurricane, heavily overstrengthened, Final 10 slots, can buy them next turn. Because that's the only one that has this high hard attack. Perfect for popping the key Soviet tanks. My idea here is to quickly overwhelm. Well, do I want to put them out here already? Or should I just keep them in reserve? I see that it's snowing for one more turn. Okay, let's just wait 1 second. I'll just keep them in reserve. Okay. This is key. Do not force march this guy. Just march him here so he loses his truck. That is a good thing. Because next turn you can't force march. And then you can get to 1, 2, and 2, 4 movement points. And then on turn 3 you can use 1, 2, 3 movement points to release the Panther. If you force march here, you cannot force march next turn, which will lead you going no further than this, which will mean you will get no further than this, and you will watch as the Soviets claim this town, and they are too powerful to deal with only this one unit. So, now you know. Let's finish what happens up here. This guy goes along the road. This hits the E button. Goes over here. This one hits the E button and heads over here. Let me not. This is my speedy tank. Give some protection to my guys just in case. I think it's too early for anything to happen. But I know that the enemy starts with some units already on the map, so yeah. That was the first group. This guy will just start driving down to release the Stug. The engineers will go down here. Perfect. Claim this city. Keep going forward. Nothing much will happen anyway, so. This guy is going to aim for the vein area. Okay, that's those are the easy moves. Now we have to take away these two. And now you can't see anything here, but you do have a memory, so you know that, okay. You also remember there is an artillery piece here. I think I will take this one down here. And attack. And we pushed it back here, which is important because now this one cannot retreat. And it surrenders. And we have artillery support on our guys. So this won't be able to get. But we can just drive it here. That is just to give even more support. Let's see, yeah. Yeah, just to weaken it a bit. And if I move this one here immediately, then you can see it can walk down here and attack this hex next turn. It should be important. and I don't have to place my planes because it's still snowing. Yeah. So it goes for the bishop. And you can see it only got one shot because I shot twice, then it defended. And then this guy attacked and it couldn't finish the job. Okay, now I have even more prestige, so I can get my hurricanes. Yeah, I have to remove them to be able to buy them, but okay. Here, purchase. And I want to move this guy forward, yes. And I can use my artillery. Push it out, capture. This is nice because now this guy will crash. And I can now place my bombers here. I want to focus them all in one place. Get rid of any enemy planes here so I can free up this anti-air unit and send it to more civilized areas. Now you can see how this works. This one spawns here. It's a 2-star 3.3G. Invaluable in this scenario. Okay, now we can take jump here and it force marches and you can see 1, 2, 3. Next turn, capture, get the Panther and then haul ass back. Yeah. Now let's go for this. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to realize that the chances of artillery being present here or here is pretty good. So we are just going to go down here with the anti-air because there will be plane attacks. Going to be a little bit feisty here. Doing this one down here. I don't have any artillery. I mean, I can't even get this one all the way down. This one also cannot get there. So we'll start by doing this. And this has a fortunate side effect that we can do this ambush. Well, I don't think I would call it an ambush actually. Now I will attack this unit. Does a ton of damage. Yeah. And then I will use the Matilda to bottle up here. You can see in theory the unit can move here and then there for the next turn. Not going to happen, but yeah. Yeah, it's pretty heavily suppressed, so I can Force him to surrender. This one I can kill. This one I'll let the anti-tank gun. No. Push it out. Might as well. This I will get rid of. This one you might want to keep for the time being. You see that it's blocking a rail passage, but on the other hand you are reducing the front that you need to protect by a little, so it might be worth it. Depends on how you feel about it. Do I want? No. I want to do exactly this. Okay. I think that's all I can do. Let's hit the next unit button, but I don't think there's anything in particular I can do. I mean, I could move the artillery piece here, but I don't have to do it now. Let's do that. That feels better. I feel I have better board control. Okay, let's hit this button. Yeah, so got rid of a... Yeah, like I told you. So these guys don't like to be in the open, but these are only conscripts. Same here. They don't like to stand on the river, but... Yeah, here they come. So, that I think went fairly well. Now we can do this first of all. It's a minor thing, but you can see, otherwise the Panther would have spawned in this hex, so you sort of gained one movement point. Funny. Now, the last hex you need to grab, spoiler alert, is this one. This releases the Panzer 3 with 15 strength. That will probably take me a little bit longer to get to, but there is nothing special about that Panther. That Panzer 3, it doesn't contribute anything special, just one more hull. Definitely not bad, but like I said, nothing special. And now you can see why I like these guys. And soft attack, might as well. And go. Get this guy to move. That way we can make this guy disappear. So for the time being, I don't really need this tank anywhere else, so I can just drive it down here. This guy protects everything. This one only has 1 strength. So I put my other Spitfire on top of him. Going seizing, recon support, bombarding, and could be an overrun. Yeah, this one can set up some cover. This one can provide anti-tank support, so it's definitely something that's worthwhile. But unfortunately, it cannot make it all the way. But let's get rid of these guys first. And now this guy can take over the guard this hex duty. And there's not any big point in shooting at this guy yet. Here it is not super important to keep the experience up. It's just there to remove mines. This one needs to go into the city because you need you need 3 units to guard these approaches. You can leave these minefields and it's very hard for the enemy to approach you, but you also need an infantry units in this area. And soon the Stug will come and everything will be fine. The only thing I'm not 100% sure about is should this recon car go down here or should it go up? So, well, for the time being, send it here. I think I want it to drive to this X. This is not so great because that's a flame tank. We do this instead. Put some damage on it. These guys have done what they could. This is defended, so you can't just go. And let's see what the enemy does. This will not go well for conscripts against engineers, no? And we are back. So, when last we left off, we had some aerial activity, shall we say. And we saw that this is the initial force, I guarantee you, because it has a hero. I have never in a scenario seen reinforcement waves spawn with leaders, because leader assignment script needs a unit ID, and spawns don't have a unit ID until they spawn, so yeah. Okay. I haven't seen this force yet, but I have these two conscripts. They can see my units, and Revi isn't taken, so they are here somewhere, and they will move against Vine. Yeah. So, but first things first, let's try to clean up these. I'm actually going to use this Hurricane. That was an I-16. They were really modern during the Spanish Civil War. You played Axis operations, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. This one just speed up E2441 and E21 they have only 900 XP, so not even 1 star. That shouldn't go too well. So, they are probably based. Well, there is an airfield here. Okay, so there's an airfield there. Okay, airfield. Okay. I'm just talking to myself. Sorry. I'm just trying. I want to get rid of the air units that come from this quarter, so that I can focus my anti-air up in this and not have to worry about this section. So I'm thinking this one came up from below, because this one looks like it flew in from the right going left. But this also came, I don't know. This is a fighter. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't have enough to sort of fully kill 2 air units. That was unfortunate, but I mean, I can't decide everything here. Don't want him looking at me. I want this one up in the forest, backed by artillery. This one here. No, I don't want that, because my engineer can't reach all the way. No. What am I doing? That first. Then he can go here, and then no, we still can't reach. Okay, let's just do this then. Yeah, that was not what I wanted, but I still think we can do. Yeah, we can definitely live with. Now we can set up a better defensive position. Yeah, why not? That's a pretty good setup, I think. This was not 100%. Should have seen it coming. Problem here is that this guy has artillery support, but could get. Yeah, we were able to push him back. This feels like a repeat of last time. Yeah, one gets out alive. Lack air cover here. It's not ideal. But now this is in the forest, so at least it has some forest march to get away. No point shooting at them because you can't kill them. Did I forget anything? Nah, I think that's good. End turn. Yeah, but it can't do that much damage. See, this is why it's... Yeah, that takes damage, of course, because it's in the open. Oh, okay. I was a bit lucky that he didn't go for the artillery. This one has vigilant now. Ambush, okay, I like ambush. Yeah, I only can go one. I really need more infantry over here, but see, this doesn't do any damage, so I'm just repairing. I have 2000 prestige. I really want the engineer in the middle here so they can take advantage of, well, being an engineer. Helps with entrenchment, but for the time being, just need to step it up. Now we know that in this fog of war here, there is this guy. But I am fairly confident that I will eventually be able to stabilize the situation. And be able to free up this one as well. Oh my god, I am so stupid. Okay. This guy, before he moved, was supposed to clear away this minefield so I could freely use the rail line. I actually forgot to do that last time I played as well, and I was like, yeah, I definitely remember that. But clearly, remembering is beyond me. Not important. Why not chip at him? My Panther is of course a lot better than his tank. In every way. They are not even comparable. Oh. As soon as this guy gets back, I can more freely move this guy. I want to kill him. That's as good as it gets. Not ideal, but yeah. So next turn, if I can, I think I will move over here. Let's see. Decided it. It's a bit tricky, but hope it will work out. Now I will take one of my guys here. No overrun, of course. And now we want to get rid of there. Even if we had gotten unlucky, I could have salvaged that. This is actually not good because recon could come through here. But I cannot do any miracles, so we'll just have to do. Now, I am unsure if there are still damaged fighters down. I can't even talk. Damaged fighters down there. I think there may be. I'm not 100% sure. That was lucky. I will rebase both my fighters anyway. This is of course pointless, so I'm doing that. This is mostly for blocking. I mean, it's not great having him in the open, but it's still better than having 0 close defense. Oh, wait, that's a tank, so we can't access my close defense. Yeah, maybe it would be better to have him here, but then he can see me, so I think I'll keep him there. I think that's it. We'll just hang out there. Let's see what it is. Like you can see that put him that close so we could spot him. I'm not sure why I did that. No, not my airport. Yes, it's an ambush. Yes, that was what I was hoping for. Okay, I got overconfident. I was hoping he wouldn't take my airfield. I should have rebased my fighters. That was a mistake. Okay. I'll just have to live with that. We can finish off that one. A good setup. Okay. I'll do that. To get rid of him. And this is the vigilant evasive one. Giving him elite replacements. Why not? Little bit unsure what to do with him. This is tempting, but before you know it, gets swarmed out of the fog of war here. I'm not sure that's such a great move, actually. Having 7 speed is not so bad. I should have put him here. I want to know what's in the fog, but it's also snowing next turn, so I think I'll just hang in there. Actually, now it looks like the AI didn't have enough prestige to repair everything. You can see this one retreated, didn't repair maximum strength. Interesting. Can I kill it? Nah. That was worth a try. Now these two can change places. Nah, doesn't work. Keep here. No. Yeah, not ideal. See if we can keep his prestige down. This one is annoying because he has overwhelming attack and vigilant, so he likes to attack into the city and push things back, so at least I can get some anti-tank support. Yeah, that's the idea. Now this is why this one is problematic, because I was going to go here and I was going to take the train choo-choo up here. Now that is obviously not happening, so I guess I'll just have to drive the road instead. Yeah, can afford elite. Go here, see if anything happens. If the AI manages to spot this one, I would be very cross. I think that's it for now. Let's hit the button. They will get some. Okay, so they have a that big of an issue. Yeah. So he will retreat, which is annoying, but he can. He will just go back. No, he won't, because he used his movement. Oh, you silly, silly buggers. You evil, evil AI. I really would have liked to bomb this guy right now. Anyway, go here. This one is useful because it can never get encircled because there's support there, so it's always in supply. Let's repair my fighters. Looks like it bases down here. There are some bunkers here that they can see me, but they can't attack me now. Healing. I don't want you to get into my city, you silly, silly bugger. Wow. Also feels a bit dodgy. No, I will do this. Get the airfield under my control. I think I will do this. One can heal. Why can't you get lucky, boy? Well, so now this flame tank comes storming forward and kills me, I guess. I bet if I garrison this place heavily, then there will be no spawns. Sounds about right. Okay, enter. Hello, welcome back. Yeah, I did some crazy stuff during the last snowy turn, and we have another snowy turn coming up, so that's kind of weird. Overrun. Fair enough. I would like to kill that one off, but I can't. Overrun. I will only push it back, and I'm just gonna do this. Let's fall back for just sorry. A tank, so it could come here, but then I can shoot it. There are some recons. Ah, that's a good one. Good one. This one at least has anti-tank support. Damage this one just a little bit. Make it retreat. The regular units are pretty suicidal, but hero ones, they tend to retreat to repair. This scout could go here, and then it will see my artillery. So I think I will place this one here. Now it will wheel 3. No, it cannot get around. If I get bombed, so be it. Just wondering if I should push these guys a step forward. Yeah, let's do that. Meridian City feels... Oh, stable-ish. What I'm wondering is how many of the next few spawns will come from this and this quarter. If most of the spawns come from here, then I think I can push forward to grab the hub. Once I grab the hub, I can really sort of stabilize, and Revi, I can stabilize my gains, have a mobile reserve, and then we will just kind of wait out the AI to around turn 30 before we will probably take these to the fields access before the end of the game, but this one we will aim for not for turn 40, but I don't know, around turn 35 maybe, something like that. Something like that. Okay, I think that's all my units. So it is no. We need to repair these guys. Does this one deserve? Yeah, why not? I don't have that many. Yeah. Okay. The scout didn't go further, so. Oh. Ah. Ah, there are so many rocket artillery. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it wants to go back. This one only got like 1 damage, or maybe, or did it get 2 damage? 2 damage maybe? I don't remember. But clearly, AI does not think that it's 2 damage, so doesn't retreat it. But having a an anti-tank unit, well, it has fearsome reputation, so it puts suppression on me. And I was looking forward to killing this guy, but that won't happen now. Now I feel I lack artillery. There isn't too much I can do down here at the moment. I feel this is too many units for this little place. I will pull out a few guys, but then I have to get rid of this very annoying. I might send this over. And also this one once I take Revi. Ouch. No, that was not what I wanted. But okay. No, 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 no. Misclick. Very much. I can block this guy in. They cannot in any way hurt this Stuggan with just this one tank. I can then block up. I think I will go here. This got really weird. I'm not sure why I thought it would go to this hex. That was the plan, but of course it drove along the road first. So I think I'll just have to live with that. And a little overrun. useful. Let's just repair. No, didn't damage it. I really don't like this guy, but well, if there is a spawn here, I can just retreat. Now go back, so should be okay. Yeah. Sorry. Some interesting AI choices here. But of course it cannot see in the forest. Oh my. Yeah, that had to happen, but okay. Okay, turn 10. And whoa, we will actually have sun. So let's get rid of this one. No, wait a second. Let's go here instead. Let's go out of the swamp at least. This will go for the final bonus unit. Why? No, 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 wait, wait, wait. Anyway, this one needs to go back because it's too annoying with all that suppression. You have nothing to gain by pushing forward here. Much as I'd like to kill this one, I don't see any good ways of doing that because this is not a good move. And moving the tank here is also not a good move, so just have to let him repair. Like that, but well. And then a random number generator hates me. That. Oops. I'm just gonna check something. No. Be useful. So now I have free access to my rail network and I can go, well, almost everywhere. Still can't go here. Going here is rather pointless because you need... Let's just get him on the train so at the very least I can disembark him next turn. I will leave these guys in place for now. Or I might actually do this. Yeah. Now I won't lose this airfield. Thinking. Zero damage to me. Wow. Yeah, I forgot to move the artillery. The artillery was supposed to move here, but okay. I'm not going back and undoing it. It was just a minor issue. Okay, so put some damage on that guy. And the Hurricane can finish. I can finish it off. They have the same situation here. That's why I reposition my aircraft. Now I must use the Hurricane. And I think that's mostly eliminated the AI Air Force until we get a bit further east. So. Do we have anything useful to bomb? No. That doesn't feel very useful at all. Let's do this instead. You want to break out into the plains, I need more armor here. Quickly. Ha ha ha, funny. Now I will move the artillery. These are just normal infantry, remember. I'm doing that sort of as a tripwire, if I can call it that. I'm very... My throat and chest not good. Yeah, we already did these guys. Get an overrun. Or maybe... no, that's not good. Looking decent, I think. Can't hurt it, of course. And start considering to open up this rail line as well. This one and this one, that will give me access east towards the hub. Anything else I might want to do? I can guarantee you the moment I start moving my stuff away here, that's when another wave spawns. Just how these things work. Snow again, but I got rid of those two planes. There's a minefield here, so this guy is relatively safe. Ouch. Are my planes damaged in any way? Where's the last one? Oh, there, of course. Yeah. No, just do this. Village next round. This one is stable and normal. Stable and normal. This one has survived, going down to 1 twice. Want to make sure this guy dies. Yeah. Still dies. I don't want to advance him because stuff could come in from the side there. I'm not quite ready for that. One will just heal. Nah. Yeah. Worked well enough, I think. Soon we can remove at least this field. It's just no point. This one can now start to consider moving. I mean, this could be interesting, but then it would just get attacked and it has no backup, so not do that. Remember that spawns will happen more frequently going forward, so oh yeah, you get punished pretty quickly. More snow, of course. I'd like to bomb this guy. It's a 34. Here you can see why the Churchill is actually a good unit, because then it can actually do some useful stuff here. Not die. Repairing this guy. It's a 3M. So it's nothing special. It has 2 stars and 15 strength, so it's okay. But 20, it cannot be left unsupported. Let's just say that. This one had no anti-tank support, so paid a bit for that. Hmm. Mm-hmm. A good little armored fist. Not ideal, but I think only a limited number of units can attack it. This one will not do much good in this fight, so I'm just keeping him there. And I'm not going to drive this into the open, I think. Am I? I'm not sure. Oh, interesting. Oh, that snuck along the edge there. Okay. And again, this is why pioneers are the best. Okay, this will hurt. But not that bad. Oh, we had only had prestige to repair one. So that's not too shabby. Yeah, this was what I was talking about. And come around the edge here. Which gets complicated quickly. Okay, just start going out that one. And I'm not sure. Anyway, I have an appointment, so I have to take a break. Maybe stupid to start the turn, but just one move, so okay. Okay, back from some errands. Let's finish these Soviets. Oh, these are just 7. But this is 0 close defense. This cavalry. Heavy forest is beat all, but it can move into here and then attack my. That's not great. Seems I have to do this and give this one a friendly pat on the back. No. No, no, no. I can't really dislodge this guy. And I can try to surround him and get some more reinforcements, but I have this one coming. So that should be fine. Vigilant and evasive, but it has no offensive potential. We have this one. I am unsure if it's an entirely new wave or if it was. If you remember a few turns back, we had one with 1 health surviving. Or if it was that one. It was in this area. Maybe it moved up here, healed, and then came down along the edge. Since I didn't see it move. Good thing I left these units. It cannot reach around there. Should be good. I don't think there is anything else I need to do. I mean, it's not great 6 strength, but shouldn't die. If push comes to shove, it should just be pushed back. Yeah. I almost forgot to do that. It's kind of what happened now? Why did it turn into non-full? Not sure how that happened. Yeah, that's but it's not going to work. Yeah, it could. It managed to force march around. Just 9 strength. So. Sorry. Engineers are more than capable of dealing with you. They can shoot at it, but very limited amount of damage. Because I have a good ground defense. Do this. Oh. This is a recon, so no. Very annoying. I'm not surrounded, so I'll just heal up. In my fantasy world, this was one of my 6-inch pieces. This obviously is not. No. Let's do this just in that. And just overrun. Nice. Needs to heal a bit. And heal. Healing. What? Okay. Maybe it's out of prestige, so it can't effectively heal. This we talked about, the AI units being relatively suicidal, except the ones with heroes. Oh. Oh. A lot of aggression for this poor guy. Yeah, the situation is kind of difficult here. Let's deal with one thing at a time. It's quite underwhelming. Or I have to do that. There. Yeah. Sure. But why AI? Why? Oops. And snow. That's not ideal. Yeah. These predictions get so incredibly wonky when you play with 50%. Let's say that they err on the side of caution. Really? Bye. I need to send some backup here, and I have forgotten my... Oh, this was fortunate. Forgotten my little bonus tank here. Might actually make a huge difference. Yeah, moving east has released several new powerful bomber units. Goodbye. Get a new one. Nothing happens here. This is a Sturmovik and this is a Lake 5, so they are pretty good. This one's not horrible either. Oops. Wow. Thank you. And more snow. Oh. It's ridiculous. No. Can't do that. need the trucks. This is so stupid. I don't want them to disembark. I want them to stay in the stupid van. Yeah, it's a really fun game. Yeah. Amazing game. New day, new session. Let's start by cleaning up this mess. Mm. Hey. A little bit too open here, but kind of advanced. Should I put a bomber up here? I hate this game. So oh. I was hoping to get rid of this last Stormovik, but guess I can't have nice things. Rapid fire. Very useful. An entire wave of enemy reinforcements, but now we have sunny weather, so actually seriously, that's like every fucking time. Yeah. Well, incredibly underwhelming as usual. Should be no gaps, or this one is holding firm. Should be good. Probably do some suicide attacks. Pull back so they have room to go into the open. Yeah. It has overwhelming attack, but this has entrenchment above base, so it's fine. Yeah, every shot less than predicted, of course. Of course. Even killa Stormavik, so even try. This one has lightning attack, remember? thing, but no. With above base entrenchment, so good for the time being. Get this guy on a train. Lightning attack, remember? Yeah. All we need now is a reinforcement wave down here. Make the mess complete. Yikes, this got exceptionally messy. Did not want snow now, but the weatherman is always right. I knew that already, so that was not unnecessary to say the least. It has steamroller now. Yeah. No, wait. No, no, no. snow 2 turns in a row. Ho ho. No, wait. This better? I'm never getting rid of this final plane. Barely. Nah, never. Go here. For what I want with this. Exactly nothing, actually. Wow. Of course. Of course, of course. Happen. Yeah, I think that's it. No, wait a second. Save. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, the AI doesn't have any to do. They don't have any more forces, so pretty much accomplished, I would say. Nothing up here. So. And we have 11 of 11, turned 38, so we kind of needed that time. Recapture this one, and yeah, don't expect anything else to happen. Yeah, it was a fun scenario, quite challenging even on the second playthrough, played out a bit differently, but not too differently, so replay value is decent, but it's mostly the same things that are going to work. But balance, if you are unlucky with the spawns, not so much here, but this sector is kind of difficult to manage, then you might have a fight on your hands in the last few turns, but I think you should be okay defending your possessions if you have sort of there are so many options for railroading your a couple of infantry, a tank or whatever, or repositioning your planes. As you can see, the AI only has a few planes on the far right here. We cannot support his two areas, the top and the bottom one, if you have cleared them of fighters and bombers earlier in the game, so you should be safe. Yeah, I can definitely recommend the scenario. So, until next time, goodbye.